So you provide a lot of healing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it sounds like. You're providing healing.
That's the purpose.
Hmm.
That's basically the whole purpose of that program, is to heal from the past and
Hmm.
hopefully not leave a scar.
Hmm.
You know, it's a wound that needs to be cleaned and healed so that you can move on in purpose.
And I don't even mind scars, because at least for me,
Mm-hmm.
the way I look at scars is the fact that something got healed.
True, true. Yeah.
And so if it's not healed, this is when if a person is cut, I used to always say this, if a person is cut, then you start bleeding around
Mhm.
people around you. So it
Right.
needs to be scarred up so that you'll stop the bleeding. And that's what
Mm-hmm.
you're
Mm-hmm.
actually helping them to scar up that wound so that they can
Right.
stop bleeding throughout the whole generation, the
Mm-hmm.
generations and the immediate family around. A lot of times they say misery loves company. You
Yep.
hear all the cliches. Misery loves company, or usually a person who's hurt tends to hurt someone close to them.
Yes.
All
Yes.
that pain is where you're able to help them just kind of take this away from their life. I mean, that is huge, Barbara. That's
Yeah.
huge in
Yeah.
regards to what it
Well,
is that you do.
and one thing that happens sometimes is, especially women, is we have that lack of self-worth. And so what are we showing our children as
Hmm.
our children are observed? Because our kids watch us. As they're
Yes, they do.
observing us, they're learning that that's how it should be. And
Hmm.
that's not how it should be. But they don't see anything different. So that's what they think normal is. So if they're in a
So
in a home where someone is being abused,
that's the
that's
norm.
that's normal. That's
Hmm.
the way life is, I mean,
Wow.
that's just it. So we need to break that and not allow that to continue, so that the children coming up can understand that that's not normal, and we are to be loved, and we're to love ourselves, not to the point of arrogance, of course, but we
Yes,
need to love ourselves so that we can love others and have that alignment that is appropriate.
I love it. So Barb, if you had to share, because you're obviously, you mentioned that you've had to go through some of the
Mhm.
scarring and remove some of the scarring yourself. Not all that heals leaves a scar, thank God, right? But
Yeah, right.
but going through that process yourself, what would you share with an 18-year-old or younger Barb? What would you share
Mm.
with her?
Wow. I Wow. I would share to that you're worth it, that you don't need to be walked on, you don't need to be abused, you don't need to be, because that's not who you are. And I mean, you're a child of God. God made you, and He has a purpose for you. And being abused or put down, even by yourself, that's not it. That's not your purpose. That's not why you're here.
I love it.
And get over it, and let's move on.
Ah, this is off record. This is touch a point. This must have touched a point.
Yeah,
It must have touched you a little bit.
a little bit.
So, yeah, it's all good. It's all good, because this is what your clients want to see, a little bit about who
Right.
you are, without
Mm-hmm.
having to share in details, but understanding that how you're able to help them is because you've been there. You've
Mm-hmm.
been into that space and you know how dark it is.
Right.
And
Right.
you want to be a guiding light for them and be able to help spark that
Mm-hmm.
fire for them into their heart, right?
Right.
So
Right.
so Barb, it's amazing how we're able to take sometime our pain and be able to help someone see a perspective that's better for
Yeah.
them. It's amazing to be for us to take that pain and be able to make it a purpose. It's amazing to
Right.
be able to take that pain and have a passion to see that no one else goes through those same things that you are, and you are of that walking truth of that pain, and be
Mm-hmm.
able to, but now you've taken it, and this is what we were talking about earlier, right? Is you don't have to sit in it.
Right.
So
Right.
what you've done is you made this choice to take this pain and manifest it into a higher purpose of helping others so that
Right.
they can live better and they can make better choices for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Don't want to
what
waste
would
the lesson.
right? What would you want to share with someone right now who's listening to you and they're saying, you know what, I resonate with her,
Mm-hmm.
connect with her.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said in the beginning, we all have a past, and
Hmm.
for some, it's uglier than others. So, I would say, let's recognize it and let's work through it
Hmm.
and get past it.
I love it. How would they connect with you, Barb?
Well, I do have a website. It's www.steppingstonesvip.com. And I also have a email that is barb@steppingstonesvip.com. So I
I
can be
love it.
reached either way. Of course, I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram.
I love it. No, you exude this empathy, and that we've talked a little bit about earlier about, a lot of times when a person is going through that process of removing this cloak, it's like a cloak of shame, a cloak of guiltiness,
Hmm.
of ugliness, of darkness, that you're willing to sit with that person. That's what you're doing. You're literally sitting with them
Right,
in that
right.
pain, in that past, to help
Hmm.
move them along. Now, not sure if you shared with me that you're a certified counselor. We're not saying that you're a counselor or a
No,
therapist,
no.
but a lot of times, sometimes all we need is that friend, that BFF
Hmm.
in that space to sit with us and say, it's going to be okay.
Right,
I got
right,
you. And you're that
right.
person.
Yeah, I'm here with you. Let's take the next step.
Yes.
Even if it's a
Take the
little teeny baby step. Let's just move.
take the let's
Hmm.
move. Let's
Yeah.
I
Yep.
love to
We're not going
say
to sit here and wallow in the mud. We're going to
exactly.
get out of
Yeah.
the mud one way or another. We're going to, you're just going to.
I say pain is like quicksand. If you stand in it too long, you sink. But in
Yes.
quicksand, if you keep moving, you don't sink, right? You gotta keep stepping. Keep those feet moving.
Right,
And so
right.
you help them move through the
Yes.
pain. Not a lot of times we try to go around, we numb it, and as we were talking about those who are causing harm to themselves, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, it doesn't
Hmm.
matter, it's still harm. So to have
Right.
you in, along that journey would be quite helpful. And
Yeah.
I'm sure someone is going to reach out to you and say, Barb, you were talking about me, and I'm ready.
All right. I'm ready
That,
too.
that they're ready. Well, I'm
Yeah.
excited what it is that you have to offer the world and how you're serving the world to make it a better place, not only for that person, but for everyone or everything that comes after that person, from that person mindset, from that person belief, that
Hmm.
you will help them turn it around from I believe I'm nothing to I believe I'm something. I believe that I'm somebody, and I
Right.
believe that I can help someone else. But without that cleansing and that soul spa from
Yeah.
right? It's a cleansing
It
from the
is a
soul.
cleansing.
That's what I'm hearing. It's like a cleansing. Gosh, I'm ready to
Yes.
have my towel wrapped around my head to come over.
Right, right.
but
But think
but
about
it's
how great you feel when you're done at the spa. It
mm,
feels so good. And that's
emotional
the
stuff.
purpose of the soul spa is to feel refreshed and cleansed on the inside.
I love the concept. It's a great concept. So continue blessing others, continue blessing souls in a way that you help cleanse them.
Yeah.
So to see that whole, I could see the person now just removing the dirt, right? Just
Mm-hmm.
the dirt, the filth of the past,
Right.
and being clean again, and feeling clean and feeling pure and feeling light. Dirt is heavy,
Oh yeah.
so it's feeling light and helping them really moving forth so they can manifest the true life that they want for themselves. And it's kind of hard to do that if you still have dirt on you. It's gonna be
Yes.
tough. It'll be tough.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely. It
Well,
drags you down.
yes, right. So if you could
Yes, it does.
share, in a statement of what is your purpose statement, like if you have to share with someone what it is that you do, how would you explain that?
Well, as I said toward the beginning, was my motto is helping others reinvent themselves to achieve their best life. And of course, I do that through workshops and coaching and the soul spa type stuff. And, it's, a story comes to mind real quick. We were talking about, cleansing the dirt. And there was a gentleman who noticed that about once a week, this lady was at the park cleaning off turtles. And finally, it just got to him. He said, "Why are you cleaning the turtles?" And she said, "Well, they get this algae and the dirt all over them, and they can't swim as well, and it's harder for them to walk because they're so heavy. So I come over and I clean them off so that they can swim better and they can walk lighter." And
Hmm.
that's kind of what I do, helping get the gunk off. And so, but that's my purpose. That is what I believe I was sent here to do, is to help to clean off any turtles out there that want my help. I'm here.
It inspires you. It inspires you.
Oh yeah.
It inspires you.
Hmm.
It helps you to
Yeah.
wake up every morning to knowing that if you
Yes.
just help one person in
Yes.
doing that, that's what inspiration is all about. If we can all
Right.
just help one person, a lot of people don't realize. I mean, the person who helped Martin Luther King become great. Usually, you have a mentor, an accountability
Right.
partner,
Right.
and in reality, there's no one who have met or been in the space of greatness without a mentor. Not one.
Absolutely.
Did you know that? There's always, anytime that you've heard a person that have gone through some level of greatness, they can always share that
Hmm.
someone helped them. Just as you mentioned, sometimes that person that's putting the darkness upon our life was a mentor, but it was like a mentor of darkness, kind of.
Right.
But then
Right.
there are mentors of greatness. And
Hmm.
so it was Howard Thurman helped Martin Luther King.
Right.
He was his mentor. So
Yep.
many people have never heard of him. Have you heard of him?
I have heard the name. Yeah.
Hmm. A lot of people have no clue. But
Well.
he was the one that was helping, supporting him, and
Hmm.
working with him he was mentoring him
Right.
to be a person of greatness. And that's what you're doing. A lot of times that's what all of us are doing. It could be for that one person. We don't know who that one person may be.
Right.
We've come through this journey to help this one person make an impact. Sometimes the impact comes not only through us, but through someone else that we've supported, that
Hmm.
we've helped, that we've held accountable, so that the greatness can come through.
Right. Right.
Barb, it was thank you for stopping by and sharing those golden nuggets of helping us understand that it's important how to visit a spa, an emotional spa,
Yes.
and get some cleansing in our souls so that we can not only impact others but impact them in a positive way. And I thank you for that.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure.
Well, everyone, it was such a phenomenal day to hear how it's important that we connect and we align our minds, our beliefs, our thoughts, our hearts, our soul, and our physical being to be able to not only be in connection with our purpose, but be in a purposeful way to help someone else. We thank Barb for coming here and sharing the importance of that. Thank you for being here on your inspired journey. I'm Carla Andrews. Be blessed.